Hi friends, once again welcome to the channel Datum for your update. As part of the clinical series, here comes again with another video. Practical aspect of Bella Vista ventilator, a ventilator made by the company Virae, an American based company. Here we are discussing the practical aspects only, the do's and don'ts, what you have to careful while you are operating that ventilator. Please watch the video. If you like it, subscribe and share. Thank you.
Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about a new ventilator in our setup, that is Bella Vista. In our COVID hospital, presently we have 3 or 4 Bella Vista instruments. I will tell you how to operate Bella Vista and what are the things that you should note while operating Bella Vista. Okay. This is the machine. This machine has basically 4 parts. One is the oxygen supply tube that can be connected directly to the central oxygen supply. Another side is this ventilator tubings, as you see, and this tubing definitely this type of tubing only used, okay, white tubing. Along with that there is one sensor part. This is the sensor. This sensor has 2 tubings from either side of the flap inside, and that tubing will be connected just behind this oxygen inlet port. Okay, fine. And when we say about this sensor part, this sensor should be connected just like this yellow, this blue tube should be facing towards the patient. Okay, this blue tube should face towards the patient and this white tube towards the machine, and the patient should be connected with this sensor. This should be the way with you are supposed to connect the patient, either an intubated patient or a mask. I will show you how to put all those things. So first we will operate the machine. As usual, there is a main power supply. Okay, this power supply, you can see one green light here. Just show here the green light which shows that the power supply is there, otherwise it will not be there. It will be working in battery. Almost 4 hours you will get in a battery. So confirm that this green light is on, and you can see an on off button here. On off button, just press once. Okay, instantly this blue light will on. This is the symbol that the machine is going to start. So please focus on the screen. It will take almost 30 to 45 seconds to on the machine. So when you are going to intubate a patient and all, just put on the machine first, because it will take some time. Otherwise, if you intubated and you are going behind the machine, means it will take a lot of time to boot the machine. It's starting up, it's booting up. Once it's boot up, this first menu will come. In that menu itself you can see how to set up for a new patient or whether to continue with the last patient and all. So it's starting up. It will take almost 30 to 45 seconds. Then this blue light symbols that the machine is in proper functioning way. Okay, I will explain you the different colors of the light and different alarms that showing with the different colors here. Okay, this almost is in the last phase, starting up already. By anticipating this time delay only, I told you first that you should on the machine first. Okay, the beep sound came and now the machine is ready to operate. This is the first screen. Okay, you can see a standby, no ventilation, because now it's a standby mode. Another thing, you can see the last patient, new patient, then an adult, pediatric, neonatal, invasive, non-invasive, high flow oxygen therapy. High flow oxygen therapy, for that you have to use another tubings, but we are not using here. Here we are using basically invasive for intubated patients and non-invasive for CPAP and BiPAP and PSV supported patients. Another thing is settings. You can see here that it's a default settings actually, because the most appropriate mode of ventilation for intubated patient is pressure support, because in intubated patients, the pressure will cause barotrauma, so the pressure should be under control. That is the basic idea behind this. Pressure assisted control mode of ventilation will be the backup ventilation method. Okay, backup ventilation mode is pressure assisted control ventilation. You can see a backup on here. That means if a patient goes on for apnea or is not taking breaths, means it will wait for 1 minute, and after that automatically the mode will change to pressure assist control mode. Okay, so this is the first screen. Here we will use to a new patient. Okay, new patient, whether adult, pediatric or neonatal. The default thing is patient adult and NIV. So I put as an adult, and first I will use as invasive. Okay, I selected as adult invasive. Now is I can change into any mode which I want. Here itself I can change by pressing that. Here this mode, if I press, means I can select whatever mode I want. Okay, let it be volume AC, because we want to change it, no? So volume AC, I selected volume AC. Then I can regulate all my needed peeps. Let it be a higher peep, and whatever things you want to change can change here itself. And you can see the FiO2 here. Okay, raise it as much you want. And you can drag like this also. Okay, either touch by legs or just to drag like this. Okay, then apply. Now it is ready. You can see here a start ventilation. Okay, it is standby for last 17 minutes. So this machine has will give you a clear idea how long you ventilated the patient. Okay, start ventilation. Once I give start ventilation, it will start ventilating the patient. Okay, here you can see our test lung is working, and all the parameters are here. You can show the peak pressure, peep what we have set, the expiratory tidal volume, FiO2 what we have set, then the volume that giving. Okay, another thing is what I think the FiO2 where we have the rate, everything we can see here. Okay, now the first alarm came, volume low. So let us see what is the alarm setting. What the alarm shows? Alarm shows that the mean volume is less, because the set volume is less only. Okay, we will give a lesser volume because we have put the machine to a mass, the balloon only. Okay, test lung only. Okay, so we will reduce it. Another thing is expiratory volume limits. I have reduced to avoid an alarm. Then all other things okay. So once everything is okay, if I go out, it will be removed. Okay. So this is the way to use an invasive mode of ventilation. Second thing, you can see here stop ventilation button. In that you can see the duration, how long you are using this ventilator for this particular patient. Once if I stop, means you can see, do like this, it will be stopped. So it came to the previous menu. Okay. Now suppose I am using this patient, this machine for a CPAP or non-invasive mode of ventilation. So the same is like new patient, and in spite of giving invasive, I put non-invasive. Just to confirm that you are giving non-invasive. Okay. So next we will discuss how to connect this patient, this machine for a patient to put on CPAP. Okay. So same just like new patient, an adult and a non-invasive, and here I will change it to I need a CPAP. Okay, CPAP, I will put a CPAP and apply. So whatever the CPAP I needed, I can put here, apply. The FiO2 if I need a higher, means just drag it, whatever I want, apply, and it's like start ventilation. Start ventilation. So once start means there is a green button will be there. Okay. Now you can see the parameters what you have set, the CPAP, FiO2 and everything. So this CPAP is actually giving only whatever you can see the pressure. Here you can see the 12 millibars of mbars of pressure. So here the patient is getting a continuous flow with the 12 pressure. Okay, if you want a PSV and a PEEP, then another mode is there. I will show you. That mode you can select like this. Here a PSV mode. Okay, in that you can put a pressure support over the PEEP like this. A PEEP and pressure support can be set for patients who needed a pressure support assistance along with the PEEP. If you need PEEP only, you can put plain CPAP with whatever pressure you want. If it is 15 means 15. Okay. So a PEEP only will be there. There won't be any pressure support over the PEEP. So pressing the cockpit, I will show you what all these other icons mentions. Okay. So this is the way how to connect a patient to CPAP. The most important thing is this machine should be only used with this type of tubings, not tubing just we have other type of tubings in our setup, just like the BiPAP ventilators uses just like this type of mask, where two double port masks are available nowadays. These double port masks are specifically for BiPAP machines, not for ventilators. If we are using these things for ventilators, the most important thing, but we want to ensure that there is two valves inside. You can see, I will open and show you. There is two valves inside. This is another valve from the inspiratory phase. This is from an expiratory valve, you can see. So this should be specifically connected. Whether you are connecting, this can't be connected with this machine. That's the first thing. You can't connect this mask with this machine. You should use only a single port tube. Okay, and along with that, this sensor should be there. If the sensor missing means the machine can't sense anything from the patient. It can't deliver the proper oxygen also. So this type of tubing plus this sensor is very must. Okay. So next thing I want to show is an important thing, because I put this patient on CPAP just before showing you all these things. Now it is automatically changed into pressure AC. Let me show you. Automatically goes to pressure AC. Why it is changed to pressure AC? Because there is a backup is on. Okay, I will show you once again. I am changing this pressure AC to CPAP mode. I will show you. I will stop the ventilation. Okay, once again I will show you from the starting. I put the patient on NIV as CPAP, start ventilation. Okay, so I put the patient on CPAP with pressure support 15. Now I left the patient, I went somewhere else. Okay, so obviously the patient will be having a high pressure in front of his nose and mouth. So what he will do after some time is he will remove the mask. Okay, you will not be nearby him. So this is the situation. Okay, you just removed the mask. This is the situation. Okay, so the patient is unattended. So you will be in your, after 1 minute of time, this machine will automatically go to an apnea state. Okay, so that apnea, you can see it is not taking any breaths. The machine will read it as apnea and it will go to the backup ventilation mode, that is pressure AC. You can see that within 1 minute it will see as, it will detect it as apnea ventilation, and the mode will be changed into pressure AC as the backup is on here. You can see the backup is on here. Just wait and see what happens. You can see here apnea, see here apnea is activated and the backup mode changed into pressure AC. So the concerned staff is, if it is not recognized, means if you are again putting the patient into with the same settings to the patient, means the patient will be on pressure AC with a normal mask. Okay, with a CPAP mask. So to remove this backup on, what we want to do is, there is a main menu. in main menu you can see the mode assist. Okay, mode assist, you can see the ventilation active is backup ventilation is active. So, okay, backup ventilation is active. Okay, so just make the single ventilator on. Again go to the same menu and the backup ventilator off. So now the backup ventilation is off. Okay, if I go back means it's the cockpit main page, you can see the backup is off now. Okay, now the issue will not be there. It will not go to pressure AC as is the backup mode of ventilation. There will not be any backup mode of ventilation. Okay, so every machine should be made ready just like the backup is off. Don't put the backup on to any pressure ACs. Okay, so I will reconnect the thing. Now all the alarms gone, which was started to working normally. Okay, there is no issue. So this is the way to operate this machine. The important things to be noted is this backup should be off, first thing. Second thing, the type of tubing using should be a single port tubes, and along with this sensor should be here, and just like this only. The blue part should be facing toward the patient and the white part should be facing toward the. So when we consider about a ventilator which is alarming more doesn't mean that this machine is not good. Actually it is a very good machine. This is highly sensitive machine. That is why it's giving more alarms to us. Okay, so that we can see the patient quickly. We can go to the patient frequently to avoid any further problems to the patient. Okay, so see, this apnea time is coming only because I already told you this is connected to a bag. If I give a one press means it will be stopped. Okay, so three types of lights will come. One is blue, another is an orange one, and another is red. Blue means there is giving proper ventilation to the patient. Orange color means there is no need to rush towards the machine. Machine is giving proper oxygen to the patient and proper needs of the patient is satisfied with the machine, but you should go to it nearby sometime, after some time. Red means you should go to the patient immediately because the machine is not properly delivering to the patient. Okay, so these are the basic things. There is a lot of advanced things to learn about this, but for a staff to ensure that the patient is on proper mode and patient is getting proper ventilation, I think this much will be very necessary, very much for the staffs. Okay, so thank you for listening my this session.